Welcome to the energy pathway. Have you ever felt completely exhausted all day, only to become wide awake at bedtime? This frustrating phenomenon is incredibly common today. You are tossing and turning while your mind races through endless, anxious thoughts. You are experiencing a state where your body is deeply fatigued, yet your mind is completely wired and highly active. The problem is not a lack of tiredness. Your brain actually perceives an ongoing threat and simply refuses to rest. Deep inside your nervous system, your brain has entered a primal survival mode, constantly scanning for hidden dangers around you. For many American adults balancing work pressure and daily responsibilities, this hidden survival mechanism triggers automatically when night finally falls. We often blame our sleep issues on poor habits, but the real culprit is a deeply rooted biological defense mechanism. Let us explore the fascinating science behind this process and discover how you can finally reclaim your peaceful night's sleep. The core of this issue lies within your HPA axis, a complex communication network managing your body stress response. When you experience chronic mental load, this system releases a steady stream of cortisol, keeping your entire body on edge. Cortisol is designed to keep you safe from immediate physical danger, but it cannot differentiate between real threats and emails. Financial stress and demands act like invisible predators, continuously triggering your biological alarms long after the workday ends. As a direct result, your resting heart rate remains slightly elevated, signaling to your brain that danger is still nearby. This constant activation of your sympathetic nervous system completely overrides your natural sleep drive, leaving you feeling tired. You might have the perfect mattress and a quiet room, but none of that matters if your internal alarm rings. Your brain is essentially prioritizing survival over recovery, choosing to stay awake to protect you from perceived modern life dangers. The chronic mental load we carry every single day slowly trains our nervous system to forget how to power down. When you finally lie down in the dark, the sudden lack of distraction makes the internal noise feel much louder. This creates a vicious cycle of anxiety, where worrying about not sleeping produces even more cortisol to keep you awake. Your amygdala, the fear center of your brain, misinterprets this sleep anxiety as a genuine threat to your physical safety. To break this exhausting cycle, we must stop focusing on basic sleep hygiene and start addressing the underlying nervous system. Traditional advice like drinking warm milk or avoiding screens is simply not enough to deactivate a fully triggered survival response. Instead of forcing yourself to sleep, you need to actively send convincing safety signals directly to your highly stimulated brain. A safety signal is a specific biological cue that tells your nervous system the environment is secure and completely harmless. Once your brain receives these crucial signals, it will naturally begin to lower cortisol levels and initiate the sleep process. The most effective way to deliver these safety signals is through intentional regulation of your own autonomic nervous system functions. We can visually observe this shift using advanced brain imaging, watching the glowing red stress centers slowly fade into calm. As the survival mode deactivates, a wave of soothing blue energy replaces the frantic electrical activity. Your heart rate variability increases, which is a key physiological marker indicating that your body is finally transitioning into relaxation. The first and most powerful tool to achieve this state is controlling the exact rhythm and depth of your breathing. Slow, deliberate exhalations stimulate the vagus nerve, acting as a biological brake pedal for your racing mind and anxious body. By extending your exhale to be longer than your inhale, you instantly command your nervous system to stand down completely. This breathing technique bypasses your conscious thoughts and communicates directly with the primitive centers of your brain, controlling survival instincts. Many people find it difficult to maintain this rhythm alone, especially when their mind is already trapped in anxious loops. This is where guided audio tools and specialized breathing applications become incredibly valuable assets for your nightly wind-down routine. Using a dedicated app provides an external anchor for your attention, preventing your thoughts from drifting back to stressful worries. These digital tools are designed to gently guide your respiratory rate down to the optimal frequency for deep, nervous relaxation. Another critical safety signal involves managing your core body temperature, which naturally needs to drop before you can fall asleep. A cool sleeping environment combined with a warm evening shower creates a rapid temperature drop that strongly signals biological safety. Your brain interprets this specific thermal shift as a natural cue that the day has ended and rest is required. We can see this internal cooling process represented as a gentle frost spreading across the active areas of the brain. Mental unloading is the third essential strategy to convince your brain that it no longer needs to guard against danger. Keeping a physical journal beside your bed allows you to transfer lingering thoughts from your active memory onto static paper. Writing down your daily tasks effectively closes the open mental loops that would otherwise keep your subconscious working all night. This simple act of documentation provides immense psychological relief, proving to your brain that nothing will be forgotten or missed. When you combine regulated breathing and mental unloading, you create an environment of absolute biological and psychological safety. Your nervous system finally recognizes that the modern predators of deadlines and bills cannot reach you in this protected space. High-quality relaxation supplements can also support this transition by providing the raw chemical building blocks needed for neural calm. Ingredients like magnesium act as natural relaxing agents, further dampening the excessive electrical activity within your overstimulated brain cell networks. Think of these supplements as helpful catalysts that accelerate the shift from a wired state into a deeply restful condition. It is important to view these methods not as quick fixes, but as consistent practices for nervous system rehabilitation daily. Consistency is the key to successfully retraining your brain. Every time you consciously apply these safety signals, you strengthen the neural pathways associated with peace, calm, and deep recovery. Over time, your brain will stop automatically defaulting to survival mode when the sun goes down and the house quiets. You will gradually replace the frustrating sensation of being tired but wired with a natural, heavy wave of welcoming sleepiness. The cinematic journey of your mind, shifting from chaos to tranquility, is a beautiful biological process that you can control. Imagine your internal energy pathways transforming from a chaotic traffic jam into a smooth, flowing river of. This transformation requires patience, as your body must unlearn the chronic stress responses it has practiced for so many years. Do not become discouraged if your mind still resists relaxation during the first few nights of practicing these new techniques. Your brain is simply double-checking to ensure that the safety signals you are sending are genuine and reliably consistent. By utilizing guided breathing apps, you automate part of this process, making it much easier to stay on the path. These accessible tools serve as a supportive bridge, carrying you over turbulent waters of anxiety into the shores of sleep. Let the gentle rhythm of guided audio replace the harsh internal monologue of worries that usually dominate your bedtime experience. As we visualize the brain now, the intense red glow has completely faded, leaving a soft rhythmic pulsation of serenity. The HPA axis has quieted down, halting the production of cortisol and allowing melatonin to flood your system naturally again. Your physical body feels heavy, grounded, and fully supported by the mattress beneath you. This is the state of profound biological safety that your system has been desperately craving throughout your busy, demanding days. Achieving this level of rest is not a luxury. It is an absolute necessity for maintaining your long-term health. Without adequate recovery, continuous survival mode will eventually deplete your energy reserves, leading to severe burnout and chronic fatigue. By taking proactive steps to signal safety tonight, you are actively protecting your future mental clarity and overall emotional resilience. Sleep is the ultimate foundation upon which all other aspects of your health, productivity, and daily happiness are firmly built. We encourage you to explore the breathing tools and relaxation resources linked below to begin your personal nervous system reset. Finding the right guided support can make all the difference in successfully breaking the cycle of nighttime anxiety and wakefulness. Remember that your brain is not broken. It is simply trying to protect you in a world full of overstimulation. You have the power to change this narrative by speaking the biological language of safety directly to your nervous system. Breathe deeply. Extend your exhales. Cool your environment and empty your mind onto paper before you attempt to fall asleep. Yet profoundly effective actions will slowly dismantle the invisible threats keeping you awake in the dark, quiet hours. As you lay down tonight, remind yourself that the workday is truly over and there are no more immediate emergencies. Give yourself the unconditional permission to power down, knowing that everything else can wait until the sun rises tomorrow morning. The modern world will always demand your energy, but you must fiercely protect your dedicated time for deep biological restoration. Watch as the final sparks of daily stress dissolve into the dark, replaced by the comforting embrace of deep sleep. Your journey toward better rest begins with a single, intentional breath that tells your body it is finally safe now. Embrace these natural tools and supportive applications to guide your mind away from survival mode and into a peaceful sanctuary. The science of sleep is complex, but the solution ultimately comes down to making your nervous system feel completely secure. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the mind and discovering the hidden reasons behind your sleepless nights. We hope this knowledge empowers you to take control of your evenings and transform your relationship with rest and recovery. If you found this scientific breakdown helpful, please consider integrating these safety signals into your own daily nighttime. Share this message with anyone who struggles with being tired but wired, and help them understand their own survival mode. Stay tuned for more insights into optimizing your biological systems and unlocking your full potential through better health and awareness. This has been The Energy Pathway, wishing you a deeply restful, incredibly peaceful night of uninterrupted sleep. Sweet dreams always.